upon stage and receive the honorable guest. Now, I would like to call our honorable chief guest, Chairman PNRA, Mr. Faizan Mansoor, to come upon stage and take his seat.
One of the blessings of holding conferences in a hybrid mode is our ability to connect with the biggest names in the domain, if not face-to-face, then online. On that note, I'm honored to announce our esteemed guest of speaker of honor, Director General of National Center for Physics, Dr. Hafiz Hurrani. He'll be attending a conference online, and we are very thrilled to have him. Please give him a huge round of applause. I would like to request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, NED University of Engineering and Technology, Professor Dr. Sarosh Hashmat Lodi, to please come up on stage and take his seat.
I would like to request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir Syed University of Engineering and Technology, Professor Dr. Waliuddin, to please come up on stage and take his seat.
Okay. Professor Dr. Waliuddin will be joining us in a while. Now, I would like to call upon our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor of NED University of Engineering and Technology, Professor Dr. Mohammad Tufail, to please come up on stage and take his seat.
Now, I would like to call our respected Dean, Information Science and Humanities, Professor Dr. Noman Ahmed, to please come up on stage and take his seat.
His Excellency Chief Guest, Mr. Faizan Mansoor, Guest of Honor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, NED University, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir Syed University of Engineering and Technology, respected Pro Vice Chancellor, NED University, distinguished delegates, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it gives us immense pleasure to have the honor of welcoming you all on the behalf of Department of Physics, NED University, to the first International Conference on Applied Physics and Engineering, ICAPE 2021. In the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, this international conference, brought to you by the Physics Department, was a blessing and a challenge to organize. On one hand, we have limited physical presence, while on the other hand, the hybrid model of the conference boosted the diversity and inclusiveness from a global perspective. We formally commence this memorable occasion with the recitation of the Holy Quran.
I would like to call upon stage Hafiz Muhammad Usama Yu, lecturer from Department of Physics, NED University, to recite some verses from Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز العزيز الجبار Subhanallahi amma yushrikun. Huwa Allahul Khaliqul Bari'ul Musawwiru lahul Asma'ul Husna. Yusabbihu lahu ma fis samawati wal ard. وهو العزيز الحكيم. Translation. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. He is Allah, than whom there is no other God, the knower of invisible and the visible. He is the beneficent, merciful. He is Allah, than whom there is no other God, the sovereign Lord, the Holy One, peace, the keeper of faith, the guardian, the majestic, the compeller, the superb. Glorified be Allah from all that they ascribe as partner. He is Allah, the creator, the shaper out of naught, the fashioner. His are the most beautiful names. All that is in the heavens and the earth glorify him. And he is the mighty, the wise. Sadaqallahul Azim.
Subhanallah.
Distinguished audience, we warmly welcome the Vice Chancellor of Sir Syed University of Engineering and Technology. Please give him a huge round of applause. He has arrived.
Now, I humbly request all of you to please stand in the honor of National Anthem of Pakistan. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I take great pride and pleasure in inviting our esteemed conference chair, Dr. Irfan Ahmed, who is the chairman of Department of Physics. He is an electrical engineering alumnus of this university. He did his PhD from Michigan Technological University in electrical engineering. He has over 25 years of industrial and academic experience. He has authored and co-authored several scientific articles published in GCR journals. As chairman, he is always available for department's progress and also encourage the faculty members for it. He is really an inspiring person for us. Now, I kindly request Dr. Irfan Ahmed to come on stage and give his welcome address.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Faizan Mansoor, Chairman, Pakistan Nuclear Regulatory Authority. Distinguished guest of honor, Dr. Hafiz Hurani, Director General, for Physics, Honorable Vice Chancellor, NID University of Engineering Technology, Professor Dr. Saroj Hashmat Lodi Sahab. Esteemed Vice Chancellor, Sir Syed University of Engineering and Technology, Professor Dr. Waliuddin, respected Pro Vice Chancellor, NID University, Professor Dr. Muhammad Tufail, respected Dean, ISH, Professor Dr. Numan Ahmed, respected deans, chairpersons, head of departments, faculty members, dignitaries, participants, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning from NID University, Karachi. On behalf of the organizing committee and our partner SSUET, I am honored and delighted to welcome you to the first international conference on applied physics and engineering at NID UET Karachi, Pakistan. iCAPE 2021 is an opportunity to connect with the leading scientists and researchers in the field of physics and engineering. Alhamdulillah, we are overwhelmed with the responses from contributors and participants around the globe. We have received more than 130 research abstracts from international and national researchers. The iCAPE is spent over 2 days and is divided into 4 sessions with parallel activities. These activities include 8 keynote speeches and 3 invited speeches, oral and poster presentations on the conference thematic areas, namely space physics, medical physics, electronics, materials, and simulation and modeling. A special session, Women in Physical Sciences, highlights the contributions and importance of women working in the field through its esteemed invited speakers. iCAPE 2021 is enriched by the speakers and contributors from prestigious institutions of countries such as Pakistan, China, USA, UK, Canada, Germany, Albania, Kenya, and Poland. Yesterday, a pre-conference workshop on CyberKnife was conducted successfully in collaboration with PNRA at JPMC Karachi for the undergrad and postgrad students. The positive response of the students reflects the ever-demanding need of industrial support to the academia. We are thankful to PNRA and JPMC and expect this to be a long-term collaboration. We are grateful for the generous support of our partner SSUET, Platinum sponsor PNRA, Platinum sponsor Embry-Lee Steels, Gold sponsor Pastic, Silver sponsor Restic Technologies, and Bronze sponsors Watson LEDs, KN Enterprise, Al-Majid International, Electrical Engineering Services, Deneb Corporation, TEC, and Instrument Technology Link. This conference is in line with the COVID SOPs and is being conducted on a digital platform with limited in-person participation. This hybrid approach could not have been possible without the tireless efforts of our dedicated IT team at NID UET. Last but not least, my deepest gratitude goes to the patron, co-patrons, organizing committee, scientific committee, institutions, companies, services department, IT department, and volunteers who have directly and indirectly supported the success of this conference. Although we try our best to meet the expectations, but as humans, we also make mistakes. On behalf of the Department of Physics and Organizing Committee at NID University, please accept our sincere apologies should there be any inconveniences that occur before, during, or after the event. I wish you a very productive conference with exciting and encouraging discussions and exchange of knowledge so that together we can anticipate a future of groundbreaking knowledge, research, and technology for the society. May Allah bless us all with good health to make this event a successful and enjoyable one. Ameen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Irfan Ahmed, for your valuable inputs.
The next person to honor us with his presence is Dean Information Sciences and Humanities, Professor Dr. Noman Ahmed. An esteemed professor, Dr. Noman Ahmed did his PhD from Loughborough University, United Kingdom. Dr. Noman Ahmed has a long-standing career in the academic industry spanning over 31 years. He has published many research articles and received numerous national and international awards. Professor Dr. Noman Ahmed has been awarded with Tamgha Imtiaz for his work in education on 23rd of March, 2021. Professor Dr. Noman Ahmed brings commitment to research, teaching excellence, and innovation to our scientific community. It is my great privilege to call upon the stage Professor Dr. Noman Ahmed, and I request him to please share his thoughts on this conference. Please, sir.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Engineer Faizan Mansoor, distinguished chief guest and chairman, Pakistan Nuclear Regulatory Authority, and a very distinguished alumnus of this institution, Professor Dr. Sarosh Hashmat Lodi, Vice Chancellor, NED University, Professor Dr. Waliuddin, Vice Chancellor, Sir Syed University of Engineering and Technology, Professor Dr. Mohammad Tufail, Pro Vice Chancellor, NED University, Dr. Irfan Ahmed, Chairman, Department of Physics and also the conference chair of ICAP 2021, distinguished guests, students, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed my proud privilege and honor to welcome you to ICAP 2021. Please don't get misled by this thin audience in this auditorium. As Dr. Irfan very rightly pointed out, the pandemic brought several challenges to us and at the same time certain opportunities. There is a wide audience viewing this extraordinary discourse through the digital platform. And this is in fact a very proud moment for us to connect out not only to people, to scholars, to researchers in the country, but also abroad. ICAP was long due. For a very long time, there was a need to host a conference in physics because physics, as we all understand, is perhaps one of the most astounding disciplines. It provides us the opportunity to explore the mysteries of the universe and also unearth what is unknown. It is for this reason that brilliant scientific minds over the globe associate with this discipline and are able to prove their mettle and contribute to the creation and promotion of knowledge. It is also a very distinguished fact for us as Pakistanis that the only Nobel Prize that people of this country won in any scientific discipline was in the discipline of physics. And while that was quite a while ago, it also invites us to continue our struggle, our hard work, to break various barriers and explore further in order to achieve newer heights and excellence. The Department of Physics is perhaps new, looking at the fact that this institution is a century old, and right at this moment, it is in the throes of celebrating its centennial. However, during its very short presence, Department of Physics has been able to, in fact, set several outstanding standards of academic performance. And one such feat is the organization of this outstanding conference that was done under perhaps some of the most challenging and unfavorable circumstances. Taking this opportunity, I extend my felicitations to my team members in making this conference a success. I also extend my heartfelt gratitude to the conference partners, including our collaborating institution, Sir Syed University of Engineering and Technology. And I hope that all of our delegates, the students, and all the members of the scientific community who are present here and or connected via the digital platforms will make the most of it. We believe that ICAPE 2021 has set a very high standard, and this is certainly going to become a huge academic brand name in the times to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Noman Ahmed, for your kind words. The next person to honor us with his presence is our next distinguished guest of honor, Director General of NCP, Dr. Hafizur Rahman Hurrani. NED University is highly grateful for your presence in ICAPE 2021. We are highly thankful that you accepted our invitation and spared some valuable time to honor us by being our guest on this occasion. Dr. Hafizur Rahman Hurrani did his postdoctorate in physics from Carnegie Mellon University, Pittsburgh, and PhD in physics from University of Geneva, Switzerland. He has almost 39 years of working experience, both the academic and professional industry. Now, I would request our invited guest of honor, Director General of NCP, Dr. Hafizur Rahman Hurrani, to share his views on ICAPE 2021.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I was asked to give an overview of National Center for Physics, where I work. I thought that I cannot do it speech-like way. I can do it by giving a presentation. And I have some slides to show. Right now, I see that screen sharing for me is disabled. If it is possible for the administrators to enable it, I did the registration, but I don't see that I can share my screen. Could you please check on your end? I can keep talking. So once you have allowed me to share the screen, I will show you the slides. Just let me tell you verbally a few things about the National Center for Physics. National Center for Physics is co-located with Quaid-e-Azam University. And it's, as far as I know, in Pakistan, the only national center for physics today. It's an institute which is not degree awarding like Kennedy Engineering University. Okay, I think I can share my screen now, so I can show you some slides. I hope you can see my slides now. Can somebody confirm that you can see my slides?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, fine. So first of all, this is a panoramic view of the Center for Physics. I don't think you see all the buildings which are in the center, but this center is very in the proximity of Margala Hills, where it is located. And the center is, just to give you some quick historical background of the center, it is inspired by the International Center for Theoretical Physics. As the previous speaker mentioned, that the only Nobel laureate from Pakistan in the field of physical sciences is Professor Abdul Salam. The idea of the Center for Physics was proposed by him. In 1974, it was decided to hold the International Athiya Ghali Sama College. And the idea behind it was that from the platform of INSC, a number of scientific collaborations will be formed, and it will evolve into a Center for Physics. The first INSC was organized by Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission in 1976. The idea of the center remained dormant until 1998, but it was revived through a scientific inauguration in January 1999 with a view to raise the standard of research and education in physics in the country. The center was formally established through a charter by the Prime Minister of Pakistan in 2004. And one of our very bright students of Professor Salam became the first Director General of NCP, that is Professor Riazuddin. The vision of NCP is to evolve as a center of excellence in the area of physics and establish itself on the lines of Abdul Salam International Center for Theoretical Physics, which is located in Trieste, Italy. Another purpose or the part of the vision is to create a forum for exchange of scientific knowledge through conduct of workshops, conferences, seminars, and visitors program, and to act as an interface between Pakistani researchers, scientists, and renowned scholars across the globe. The main functions of NCP, the research and development at the frontiers of science and technology, breaking the scientific isolation through scientific and training events, establishing user-oriented research facilities that can be used at national level. I just wanted to say a few words about it, user-oriented research facilities. The point is that at times you need equipment which is so expensive that a department or a group or a university cannot afford it. And sometimes there is a problem of continuity, in the sense that generally in a university, a professor writes a proposal and he makes a lab or she makes a lab. And once they retire, the lab is also closed and everything is gone. So just to ensure the continuity and just to have something centrally available, not only to the researchers of NCP, but to everybody in the country and even in the region. So this is the idea of user-oriented research facilities. Now, working with the R&D organizations and academic institute, when I say R&D organization, I means like Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, and there are others which are big R&D organizations like SUPARCO, and academic institutes mean the universities. We would like to do human resource development in the field of physics, and we supervise postgraduate students at MPhil and PhD level only, no undergraduates. Of course, we do not award the degree. The model is that we get the researcher from our university, the person gets the degree from the university, but he or she performs their research in NCP. We do physics outreach and education and international scientific collaboration. These are the main focus areas of research and development at NCP, which are listed here. In theory, we cover astrophysics and cosmology, condensed matter physics, mathematical modeling and simulation, particle physics, plasma physics, quantum information and computing. And in experiment, we have a setup which is advanced computing for scientific research. Under one roof, we have few tens of teraflop of power and 1 petabyte of storage, and all this is there. Atomic and laser physics, experimental high energy physics, ion beam physics and application, nanoscience and technology. This is the organogram, at least today. There are 4 departments. 4 departments or directorates are headed by the director, and all these 4 departments then report to the Director General, and Director General is appointed by the Board of Governors. And there are some other institutes like Institute of Vacuum Science, Pakistan Institute of Additive Manufacturing, and Center for Earthquake Studies, which are co-located in our campus at NCP. We, as I already mentioned, we believe strongly that having good manpower and properly trained physicists and scientists is the asset, and they are the one who drive the research along with the graduate students. So as you can see that most of our PhDs, they were trained abroad, they got a degree abroad, and with very little funding from Higher Education Commission. In most cases, they won their scholarship abroad to do PhD. And you can see that 75% of our total researchers at NCP have acquired foreign degrees or trainings. Just to stress the uniqueness of NCP, it is an open research center, one of its kind, known nationally and internationally. It's working very closely with European Organization for Nuclear Research, which is also called CERN, based in Geneva, Switzerland. And it works at the crossroad with the R&D organization, where the largest pool of scientific and technical manpower exists, and with the universities, where universities should be the hub of knowledge creation and training the young people. So there we find the young talent and the academicians who are working on basic science or applied science. A window and a platform between world scientific community and R&D organization. And then we have a unique program because we do not award PhD degree or MPhil degree, which we call hosted researcher program. I will come to it later on. And we have a number of research-oriented facilities which are available at NCP to serve the nation and the needs of R&D organization. When I say serve the nation, our research facilities are open to anybody. The University of Karachi, the University of Jamshoro, NED University, Punjab University, Gilgit-Baltistan University, and I'll show you our demographic distribution, how the whole Pakistan is benefiting from this small center today. I will, for the time being, not go into this key performance indicators because we have been given sort of expected output of the money we get and what we do. So we have to justify the budget we get. So these are key performance indicators for the center. Just quickly, I just wanted to go at least one slide each for a department, for each department. First, I come to experimental high energy physics department. There we have the expertise in gaseous detector, silicon detectors, and we are involved in the physics analysis of data which comes from the Large Hadron Collider. We were involved in the discovery of the Higgs boson, and some of the detectors which were made at NCP, they were used in the detection of this Higgs boson. And we were duly acknowledged for that as well. The chambers which I was talking about, they were built in 2008. Actually, the project was completed in 2008. And it was a joint venture between Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission and National Center for Physics. And Higgs boson was discovered in 2012 on 4th of July. Also, we made some other detector, which are called gaseous electron multiplier. And now we are working on silicon strip detector, which is a very specialized area in which we are working on. Then we have a very vibrant and a very strong theoretical physics department, which is working in several areas and particularly focusing on plasma physics and astrophysics and cosmology and theoretical high energy physics. Then we have a very vibrant department with a lot of characterization equipment, which is available in this department called the Nanoscience and Technology Department. There we are doing synthesis of nanostructured materials. Actually, we produce ourselves nanoparticles and carbon nanotubes, and we produce them with a good quality, multi-wall, and we can actually reproduce them in the length we like and in the not the quantity we like, but at least we can ensure you that we produce we can reproduce this carbon nanotubes very well. We are working on energy materials, smart materials, and problems related to environmental pollution, and also nanobiotechnology, especially on drug delivery using the nanoscience. Then another area which we have is the atomic and laser physics department. There, our main focus is on laser, such as laser breakdown spectroscopy, time of flight spectrometer, and we recently received an instrument which you see in this picture, pulsed laser deposition. This is something which can be used for making the sensors and thin films. Then we have an ion beam accelerator. The ion beam accelerator, there is another one in Punjab University, but unfortunately it is at the low energy and it's not operational at the moment. I think it will be operational soon, but right now the one which we have at NCP, you see the picture at the bottom of my slide, that's operational and working very well. And always we are pushed by PNRA inspectors to get the radiation certificate on time, because this comes under radiation protection as well. And here we can do a number of things using ion beams, and those things are listed here. Then very quickly, going into a little bit more detail, actually NCP has a lot of equipment. I cannot show all of it in this presentation. I need maybe more than 2 hours to do that. The tandem accelerator, which we have, it's a 5 million volt tandem accelerator. It's an electrostatic accelerator. And the ion beams which we have is the proton, helium, boron, and you can see the list. And we can go to high energy by stripping an atom. For example, if we take the helium atom, if we do it singly stripped, then we can go to 5 million electron volt. If it is doubly stripped, we can go up to 10 million electron volt. And when it goes through the tandem process, we can even achieve 20 million electron volt. And you see at the right bottom of my slide, these are the samples which were analyzed using this facility. And these are the samples which are not only our samples, the samples come from all over Pakistan because it's a unique facility. Then we have something also very state of the art, which is called X-ray photoelectron spectrometer. It is one of the kind in the country, and it can actually help you to probe these surfaces, or you can go up to the depth of 1 to 10 nanometer with it. And it has an SPM chamber, and it's a device which is a combination of number of instruments, which include the preparation chamber and other instruments as well. As I mentioned to you that we have a facility for processing large amount of data. Everybody talks about today big data science, and I don't know what big data science is, but in our case, we are dealing with huge amount of data. Our monthly throughput in terms of data is 100 terabyte. Maybe it is not large enough in today's definition, but that is the amount of data we receive from CERN and analyze it and return it back. The slide is a bit old. The number of cores we have is touching 700, and the storage is around 1 petabyte, is not 540 terabyte. Then we have laser ablation time of flight mass spectrometer, which helps to separate and detect the isotopes, detection of ions for composition analysis. So in this lab, you can give us any sample from anywhere. We can tell you exactly the elemental composition of the sample and the amount you have. Now, this is a very unique facility again in Pakistan, which is our silicon detector lab. It has fully automated wire bonding machine, which is shown to your right with the red and white color. And at the very bottom of it, you see at the micron level, the wire bonding. And these are wires which are a lot thinner than our hair, where you have the silicon wafer and we can bond the electronics with this silicon wafer. And the other two is a probe station where we can use the probe station to do the testing of this silicon wafer by measuring IV, that means current and voltage, and capacitance and voltage. We have the physics education program where we are trying to train the trainers, which means that we invite the lecturers from the colleges, and we try to revive and polish their ideas, what they teach to the students. And it has a really a domino effect, or maybe not the domino effect. It really multiplies very quickly, because if we can have one good teacher can affect many students. And this program has a lot of support from Higher Education Commission, Ministry of Education, and the Education Department at the provincial level. I'm not complaining, but I just wanted to say one education department from where we never get a response is Sindh. And the one education department which is always very keen is Balochistan. Whenever we write to them, they always call us, they say, please tell us how can we help you and who should we send for this program. So I think this is very important that people should take part in it. Just a bit of publicity of NCP, because you will ask me that with all this, what we actually get. We publish papers and we do not publish like thousands of papers. If you look at the number of publication in 2019, the number of publications are shown in blue. In 2019, we published 280 papers. But if you notice carefully, our impact factor is higher. So we try our level best that we publish something which is not plagiarized, something which is very relevant and which is cited, and it has a large impact and goes into a good journal. So our 280 paper has a total impact factor of 1009, which is shown in gray. Because of this, Web of Science, when they were producing a report covering the period from 2010 to 2020, they ranked NCP #1 in Pakistan. And it is science, it's not physics only, it's science. So our cumulative, category normalized citation impact was higher than Aga Khan University, Quaid-e-Azam University, ComSat Institute of Technology, University of Punjab, and LUMS. I think it's not a small thing. It's very, very important. The world average is 1, and we are at 1.89. So at least I can say that it is assessed by a third party that our quality of research is excellent. So quickly, I go through this hosted researcher program. It is an open offer to all of you as well. You can join us as adjunct faculty. That means if you have a semester break in NAD and you want to spend a month or 2 months here at NCP, you are most welcome. You can come and stay here, and we will open all our research facilities for you. Then we have visiting scientists and research scholars. This is something, at times what happens that people have a PhD and they don't have a job. At times we help them as well. It's not only that, it is even somebody is not linked with an academic institute and have a PhD and would like to join this program is welcome as well. NCP associates are the one which is somebody who is from an R&D organization and would like to join NCP for a period of 3 years. That means the person is not appointed here for 3 years. He's appointed as an NCP associate and he gets a card, access card, so he can come to NCP whenever he feels like and spend 3 hours, 4 hours, and if he wants or she wants, can spend more time. The important thing actually lies in this postdoctoral fellows and the postgraduate students. So that's our real thing. And this is the heart of our hosted research program. An MPhil student here spend 1 year doing the research at NCP, and a PhD student generally the minimum is 2 years, but sometimes it goes to 3 years and maybe 3.5 years. We allow them to stay. It depends if they have completed their research or not. Then we take some internees because there was so much pressure on us to take undergraduate students. They just get motivated. They spend 4 months and then they go back, but it's not, they cannot do some meaningful research out of it. Now, maybe some of you appreciate these numbers or not, but in 2019, we have 154 hosted researcher, and actually very few of them were in other categories. Most of them, actually, to be very precise, 138 of them were either MPhil or PhD student. So our main research driver is in this bar, because these are the students with a lot of energy and with a lot of enthusiasm to do good research. So we provide them guidance and we provide them access to good equipment so they can produce world-class research. And I think this is the demographic distribution. It depends how do you look at the map. But this is the map which we thought is the government map. We have up to now have trained over the period of last 10 years, 1,366. This means this is mostly PhDs or MPhils. So this is a big number if you look at from this point of view that they are not undergraduate. But you can see demographically speaking, the biggest beneficiary is 604 from Punjab. We do not have a quota system. Somebody need to approach us with a credible research project, we will take. And independent of the fact, the person comes from where, it makes no difference to us. And we have 359 coming from KPK, whereas we have only 13 from Sindh, given it is the second largest province of Pakistan. We expect more people, and only 12 from Balochistan. And I have just 2 more slides. This is the second last, I think, and then I can stop. I don't want to show you the patents and everything. I have a number of other things in my talk, but it's not important. Starting from 2009 up to 2020, we have organized 101 scientific events, which were attended by 10,000 participants. We have 683 invited speakers, which means local and abroad. And we had 295 foreign experts. When I say foreign experts, I mean somebody who's really leading scientist in a particular area. He or she comes to Pakistan. And there were 2,500 talks were delivered. We also do outreach. So we invite college students to come to our center so they can make up their mind if they want to do physics. This is the summary of that. Up to now, more than 8,000 students have visited NCP from schools and colleges. So this is actually, we are getting that taxpayer money. So we should do something in return for the society. I think this is the appropriate time for me to stop. So I'm here to open for question. If you want to ask me a question, thank you very much for inviting me to give this presentation about NCP. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hafiz Hoorani. If the audience has any question. Okay. So now I'm going to talk about our honorable chief guest, Mr. Faizan Mansoor. NED University is highly grateful to you, sir, for having. Okay, sorry, I didn't see you there. Yes, sir, please. Do we have a mic?
I cannot hear anything. If somebody is saying something, I don't hear it.
Okay, sir, you can please come on stage and ask the question from here, if that's okay.
So you mentioned about the Astrophysics and Cosmology Working Group at NCP, which is mentioned in the theoretical physics project department. So is there a plan for any large astrophysics facility or observational quality telescope in near future? I believe you came to Karachi University a few years ago, and there was some discussion with Dr. Mohsin, and I also discussed with you. So, but at that time, the constraints was budget. So is there any plan in near future where we are proceeding for having like a single, maybe a radio telescope or a single or observational professional quality optical telescope? Because we don't have any at the moment in the country. At max, we have like 16-inch or 20-inch, which are mostly of training level.
I think we did a lot of scientific work for that. What we did, we surveyed different parts of Pakistan which are electromagnetically dark, and we identified 2-3 places which were electromagnetically dark where we can put something. But unfortunately, once we arrived at the proposal, our government got confused that we should do the role of Ru'yat-e-Hilal committee, or we should do the real science. So up to now, we are trying to resolve this problem, that should we cite the moon for month of Ramadan or Idul Fitr instead of looking at some stars and planets and black hole. So our proposal is right now in, I'm going to use the word limbo. There is a proposal, but it is not being taken care of.
Thank you, Dr. Hafiz Hurani. Now I'm going to talk about our honorable chief guest, Mr. Faizan Mansoor. NID University is highly grateful to you, sir, for having kindly accepted our invitation and for sparing your valuable time to honor us by being our chief guest on this occasion. Mr. Faizan Mansoor is an alumnus of civil engineering from NID University since 1988. He then pursued masters in nuclear engineering from CNS Quaid-e-Azam University, Islamabad in 1991, after which he joined the then nuclear regulatory body of Pakistan. From 1994 to 2003, he remained posted at Chashma site as resident inspector and was involved in regulatory inspections and enforcement. In 2006, he was appointed as director of the Nuclear Safety Directorate at Pakistan Nuclear Regulatory Authority, PNRA. In 2013, he was appointed as Director General with the main responsibility to coordinate with the government on safety, security, policy, and administrative matters. Mr. Faizan has worked as executive member of PNRA from 2016 to 2021, and currently he is the appointed chairman of Pakistan Nuclear Regulatory Authority. I request Mr. Faizan Mansoor to please come on stage and share his views on this conference.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Hurani Sahab, DG National Center of Physics, Islamabad, Sarosh Lodi Sahab, VC NID University, Dr. Waliuddin Sahab, VC Sir Syed University, organizers of this important conference, distinguished guests, respectable faculty members, dear students and participants of this conference. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to everybody. Being here at NAD University brings back the old days in my mind. I'm proud to be here at my very own alma mater, Madar-e-Ilmi. NAD University is Pakistan's flagship engineering institute, which has recently celebrated its 100 years of foundation. And being NADian, I'm also proud of it. This university is known for producing high quality engineering graduates in various disciplines who are serving the nation with the best of their knowledge and abilities. And not only the nation, but also internationally, because a lot of NADians you'll find outside Pakistan and doing their best. I was very happy to learn that the oldest engineering institution of Pakistan has now started degree program in the field of basic sciences, especially applied physics. The international conference by the Department of Applied Physics is an evidence that the faculty of the department is dynamic and forward-looking. With well-established BS and master's program in applied physics, the department has attained maturity within a short span of time. This milestone can only be achieved with the full support of university management, dedication of faculty, as well as the hard work of the students. Please accept my congratulations. Dear participants, we must think and realize that why we came to universities and academic institutions like this. Is this for the sake of degree or just publishing papers or some other qualitative parameters? I hope definitely not. I believe that while a degree and research papers are important, the true spirit behind an educational system is to make people think and question, to explore and seek the truth, follow the dreams and imagination. The understanding and learning of existing knowledge is important, but of limited use. As Einstein has said, and I quote, imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited to all we know and understand, while imagination embraces the entire world and all there ever will be to know and understand, unquote. The NAD University is well known to serve for this purpose, and I believe the newly developed Department of Applied Physics will follow the footprints of scientific discoveries and development and promote peaceful learning and knowledge sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Economic Survey of Pakistan for 2021, less than 1% of Pakistan's population attends some universities. This is an alarming figure. However, we must be thankful to Almighty Allah who enabled us to attain such high education institutions in a country with such low literacy rate. This 1% has the burden of the whole nation to lift and move forward. So I would urge all participants to play their role in expanding knowledge and making their contribution without complaints of unfavorable conditions in our country. As शायर जैसे कहता है, शिकवे जुल्मत शब से तो कहीं बेहतर है अपने हिस्से की कोई शम्मा जलाते जाए. I firmly believe that the young population of Pakistan holds the key to success for our country and better future. We have to deal with this group of people carefully so that they could become an asset for Pakistan instead of becoming a liability. Besides challenges, this pandemic has opened new doors of opportunities, as also highlighted by Dr. Numan, which are best suited for our youth. This is an era of information. However, the information needs to be transformed into knowledge. I would suggest not to limit yourself to textbooks and classroom learning only. Explore the world of information, which is now available in palm of your hands, the smartphones. However, we need to use this technology intelligently. The integration of future technologies like data sciences, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and Internet of Things will, with traditional sciences and engineering, would become reality in near future. And in some countries, it has already become a reality. We must be ready to witness and adapt this transformation, rather, I would say, to become part of it. About this conference, I think that this conference is designed around major themes in applied physics and engineering, which are vital for Pakistan's industrial and technological development. The conference is necessary and overdue for the physics community of Karachi as well as Pakistan. I am particularly pleased to see a range of topics covered in the conference. The number of speakers and participants is also very encouraging, which I have seen in the program. Such mega events need day and night efforts of the faculty and students. Please accept my heartiest congratulations on such a successful event, especially under such a challenging situation of COVID. Availing this opportunity, I would like to share a little bit information about PNRA. So ladies and gentlemen, as some of you may be aware, if not all, that PNRA, Pakistan Nuclear Regulatory Authority, is working with a mission to ensure safe operation of nuclear and radiation facilities so as to protect the radiation workers, the general public, and the environment from harmful effects of ionizing radiation by formulating and implementing effective regulations and building a relationship of trust with the licensees while maintaining transparencies in its means our actions and decisions. As Chairman PNRA, I believe that we should engage our youth as we grow so that they can learn and contribute more fruitfully for the society. PNRA has been collaborating with Department of Physics at NAD University for past few years with the same vision by engaging the students through final year projects and internship placement. A glimpse of the vision is also evident from the pre-conference workshop, which was organized by PNRA and JPMC jointly to facilitate a hands-on experience of the young minds. We are also proud to sponsor this event and facilitating medical physics session by providing our international experts contribution. At the end, I would like to congratulate the organizing department for holding such a big conference and linking on-site and online audiences, which is not that easy task as it appears. I hope that this conference will provide a platform to bridge the gaps between academia and industry, resulting in partnership and stronger alliances for a better future of Pakistan. And I will suggest that such events should be held regularly. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Faizan Mansoor, for your kind words. The next person to honor us with his presence has been a valuable partner of ICAPE 2021. Yes, I am talking about the one and only Vice Chancellor of Sir Syed University, Engineering and Technology, Professor Waliuddin. Today, we are fortunate and grateful for his esteemed presence. Professor Dr. Waliuddin did his PhD from Northeastern University, Boston. Additionally, he has more than 25 years of academic administration and research experience. Now, I humbly request His Excellency, Professor Dr. Waliuddin, to come on stage and share his views on ICAPE 2021.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Honorable Chief Guest, Faizan Mansoor Sahab, Guest of Honor, Dr. Hafizur Rahman Sahab of NCP, Dynamic Vice Chancellor of NAD University, Dr. Sarosa, Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Tufail, Dr. Noman Dean, and the organizer, chief organizer of this event, Dr. Irfan Saab, faculty members, other participants, distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum. It's an honor to be partnered with NED University for this conference. This is the second such event, and again, NED University, I think last year celebrated its 100 years of his existence. And again, they have the very important role in this city, and not just in this city, but throughout Pakistan, to lead the engineering education in Pakistan, and especially in Karachi. And they are doing that in terms of engaging other organizations, having world-class research, having excellent programs. And the one thing which is important that they are doing is supporting other universities to come to join with them and move forward. So, and in this regard, we are partnered with them in this academia. This is the second conference we are arranging. We are co-partnered with them. The other thing which is important is, before going ahead with this conference, I'd like to share one of my experience with my PhD student. Basically, he wanted to work on the images we obtained from the MRI, the processing of that. But before going to look at how the images are being created in MRI, before that it was a CT scan he was trying to work, and then we moved towards MRI. So I tried to understand both the CT scan and understanding how the images are being created. And as I go deep into the theory of it, and I see the basic rules and which I have studied in the physics course, which is magnetism is there, the polarizations and the ionizations, and how that has to be converted with the sensors into the useful information in terms of the images, and so on and so forth. So if you look, and the main the title of this is Applied Physics and Engineering. So usually at the engineering institutions, what we consider, we try to use the devices for making something, some systems. But if you look into depth, all those devices are developed using some physical laws. And if you want to develop something, I'm just talking about one aspect is the development of the system. There are a lot of other aspects. The theoretical physics is there. So I'm just talking about one of the aspects, which is because of the engineering topic is there. So I'm concentrating on those. Unless we don't have a strong foundation of physical laws, we will not be able to create a good systems or devices. So NED has looked ahead and developed a strong program in this regard. And that, I think, that will going to help us to move forward. If you want to create something in Pakistan, besides just by using devices from the abroad, for maybe we can develop certain things over here using those, that's okay also. But if you want to develop something from ourselves, the new ideas to explore, then this understanding of these physical laws is very, very important. And that, I think, this type of organizing this type of conference, having good faculty in this regard is very, very important. And I congratulate NED University that they have foreseen and started a strong program and organized this conference. Again, we are partnered with it, but again, we have learned a lot in this particular regard. And what we see, if you look at the numbers of paper which is being presented in this conference, you will see a wide array of areas which is directly connected with the applied physics. It's again, applied physics is what? It's a application or to solve the scientific and engineering problems. So that's why I was looking at the areas in which the physical laws, and it's a pages and pages in which you can see that the basic physics laws, you can apply that and have some useful engineering or solving engineering problems or the scientific problems. The one thing before ending my talk is I'd like to congratulate the organizer for their hard work and again taking us along in this event, and wish them all the success. And one thing is that if the paper, the selected papers, we will going to publish them in the journal, Sir Sayyid University Research Journal, with some slight modification in the presentation of the papers over here. And we like to see the collaborations with the NED University and the other universities, because we, as pointed out by our chief guest, we have a very small population which is literate and which can do can at the high level of education. So we are fortunate enough, and we have a lot of burden on ourselves. Unless we, all the institutions, can join the hand together and work together, we will not going to solve what is required from the Pakistan is expecting from us. So this is the start, and I think we will continue with not just with the NED University, but we can have the partnership with the other universities as well, and organizing this type of events and working exactly to solve the practical problems which we are facing in Pakistan. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Waliuddin, for the enlightening speech. A leader is one who lives the path to the impossible and take those who follow him to great heights. It is an injustice to proceed with this international conference without calling upon this pillar of strength, the wind beneath our wings, and our constant source of motivation. Distinguished guests, respected faculty members, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to welcome the man who does not need an introduction, as he is known among all of us for his knowledge and wisdom. In recognition to his impeccable services, Professor Dr. Sarosh Hashmat Lodhi was awarded with Pride of Performance in March 2019. I would take this opportunity to share some of his achievements with the distinguished audience. He is a well-known engineer and a renowned educationist. Dr. Lodhi has been working as the Vice Chancellor of NED University of Engineering and Technology since March 2017. His vision is to lead, inspire, and advance. He has been part of this prestigious engineering university for the last 35 years, having a proven track record in the field of academics as well as administration. He is an effective and respected leader with several international recognitions to his credit. He has initiated several reforms in introducing better governance and overall improvement of teaching, research, and work environment. It is with great honor that I call upon stage our Honorable Vice Chancellor of NED University, Professor Dr. Sarosh Hashmat Lodhi, and I humbly request him to please share his views about this conference. Please, sir.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Mr. Faizan Mansoor, Dr. Hurani, Dr. Sultan Nahar, Dr. Waliuddin, Dr. Tufail, Dr. Noman, Dr. Irfan, faculty members, representative of PPNRA, and delegates of the conference, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. This was the most embarrassing moment for me during the morning session. I do my job for which I'm being paid, and I do nothing more, nothing less. So thank you very much, Dr. Irfan, for such a introduction, but I would rather like to keep it to Sarosh Lodhi only. There was, I must first of all thank the chief guest, Mr. Faizan Mansoor. It's really a pleasure to see him here after so many years. But Faizan Saab, this is just the beginning of our interaction. University, Alhamdulillah, has grown many folds over the years, and we have developed quite a large capacity to work together with the industry. And I would really like to have more sustainable relationship with PNRA and with the other organizations that we would work with. And I must accept my ignorance of not interacting with NCP before. Hourani Saab, I will extend my formal invitation in writing to you, but I would really like you to come and visit us so that we can start working together. And the reason is very simple. Yesterday, I received a phone call from one of my colleagues. And she said, sir, apart from failing the students, what is the role of physics in our lives? You know, so most of us, physics is something that horrifies us. Physics is a nightmare. But fortunately, engineering is not possible without physics. No discipline of engineering without physics. And my background and my experience of 30 some years of academics, what I've realized that if you want to produce good engineers, we have to have good scientists. The background in basic sciences is essential. That the better the background in sciences, the better thinking capability and problem solving capability they'll have. And I wish I could strengthen further the basic sciences program in the university. A few years ago, I had developed some very strong linkages with the International Center for Theoretical Physics. In Trieste, Abdul Karim Ayodhya was here a few years ago, who was one of the directors there. And unfortunately, we have lost track of it. Irfan Saab, once again, I'll request you that I can help you build or rebuild the relationship. And obviously, NCP will be a great help in reviving this relationship. I think it's about time that we should concentrate on our physics and chemistry and mathematics a little more than what we have been doing. There was a question about the telescope. I don't know how big or a small telescope that we have at NED. We have an 8-inch telescope, which is rather a medium size, but we will receive a 14-inch telescope very soon, which is in the process of delivery, I would say a couple of weeks, and we'll then build a dome also. So there will be a facility. Our 8-inch telescope is working. I would like the people to come and visit us and use it for the scientific purposes. We've been doing a lot of work in applied physics. Very recently, one of the students from the physics department, Dr. Hira Shfaq, has graduated with a PhD in tsunami modeling. And obviously, that is what brought ICTP and NED together. I really don't want to linger on, but I'm not a shair, by the way. I have absolutely no knack for shairi at all in my life. And it's just with the age that now I've started realizing a few verses, but I was terribly bad when it comes to literature. Even I am today. But when Faizan Saab mentioned Shibli Saab, कि ज़ुल्मत शब की शिकवा ज़ुल्मत शब से कुछ जिक्र था और आखिर में उन्होंने कहा कि वो अपने हिस्से की शम्में जलाते जाएं, तो उसके जवाब में अगर आप इजाजत दें तो मैं कहूं कि शिकवा ज़ुल्मत शब की क्या बात करूं, शिकवा ज़ुल्मत शब की ना बात करूंगा, हाँ अपने हिस्से की शम्माएं जरूर जलाता जाऊंगा. So, you know, I really want to do that. And this is what we are paid for. I feel as a professional that we are not doing any favors. This is what our payback to the society. That's what we are here for. And an institution like NED, which is a 100-year-old institution, has to take that role of leading to produce better quality human resource for the future. And I assure all the institutions, whether it is University of Karachi or Sir Syed or any other educational institution in this country, that whatever little that we can do to help and to work together, the doors of NAD University are open. Once again, I would like to congratulate the organizers for organizing such a wonderful event. I was keeping a close eye on the number of people who have joined online, and the number is reasonably good. It's actually excellent. So I must congratulate you for this. I'm especially thankful to Dr. Irfan, because a couple of months ago, I said, we haven't had a physics conference in the city for many, many years. I think we should organize one. So it's a humble beginning. And as the Dean mentioned, that this is just a beginning, and I'm sure we'll continue to have a lot more. And I want you to remind the second promise that you made, they're going to start a program in optics as well. I look forward to that. With that, I thank you all. Assalamu alaikum.
Can I make a remark? क्योंकि डॉक्टर सरोज ने मेरा नाम बहुत दफा मेंशन किया है.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Saroj Hashmat Lodi, for your valuable contributions and sharing your thoughts. This will certainly energize us for meeting future challenges.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving towards the end of the inaugural session. We will now be distributing mementos and souvenirs to our distinguished guests. We are happy to announce that the students from the society Electromates have arranged NAD University Centennial Coin to be gifted to our honorable guests as a souvenir.
Electromates, an organization founded by 5 students, Department of Physics in 2019. Electromates has set an excellent example for those who want to take part in co-curricular activities alongside pursuing their degrees. The members of Electromates have also taken great part in organizing ICAPE 2021.
Now moving towards the award distribution, I would like to call upon stage Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Faizan Mansoor, and Vice Chancellor, NAD University, Professor Dr. Saroj Hashmat Lodi, to please come forward and present mementos and souvenirs to the guests. I will also request the conference chair, Dr. Irfan Ahmed, to please come forward to assist them in distribution of mementos. And Mr. Hamza from the Electromate Society is requested to please come upon the stage to assist with the souvenir distribution. I would first request the chief guest, Mr. Faizan Mansoor, to please present the memento and NAD University Centennial Coin to the worthy Vice Chancellor of NAD University of Engineering and Technology, Professor Dr. Saroj Hashmat Lodi. I will request the respected Vice Chancellor of Sir Syed University of Engineering and Technology, Professor Dr. Waliuddin, to please come forward to receive his memento from the chief guest. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Saroj Hashmat Lodi, will be presenting Professor Dr. Waliuddin with the NAD University Centennial Coin. I will now request the respected Pro Vice Chancellor of NAD University of Engineering and Technology, Professor Dr. Mohammad Tufail, to please come forward to receive his memento and NAD University Centennial Coin. I will now request Dr. Hira Ashfaq Lodi, Conference Secretary, to please come upon the stage to collect memento and souvenir on behalf of Director General, National Center for Physics, Dr. Hafiz Hurani. I will now request Ms. Afshin Tariq, Assistant Director, Sub-Center Karachi PASTIC, to please come on stage and receive memento and souvenir on behalf of Director General PASTIC, Dr. Muhammad Akram. I will now request respected Dean of Sir Syed University of Engineering and Technology, Professor Dr. Mohammad Amir, to please come on stage to receive his memento and souvenir. I will now request respected Dean, Information Sciences and Humanities, NED University, Professor Dr. Noman Ahmed, to please come forward to receive his memento and souvenir. I will request the conference chair, Dr. Irfan Ahmed, Chairman, Department of Physics, NED University, to please come forward to receive his memento and souvenir. I now request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, NED University, Dr. Sarosh Hashmat Lodi, to please present our distinguished chief guest, Mr. Faizan Mansoor, with memento and the NED University Centennial Coin. Now we move on to the distribution of mementos and souvenirs to our proud sponsors. I will request Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Faizan Mansoor, to please take his seat and request Vice Chancellor, Sir Syed University of Engineering and Technology, Professor Dr. Waliuddin, to join the worthy Vice Chancellor, NED University, in distributing mementos to the conference Platinum, Gold, and Silver sponsors. I will request Director PNRA Karachi, Mr. Hafiz Mohammad Zubair, to please come on stage to collect memento and souvenir on behalf of Pakistan Nuclear Regulatory Authority. I will request the marketing team from Amreli Steel to please come on stage. Mr. Sohaib Ul Hassan from the marketing team will be collecting the memento and souvenir. I will now request representative from PASTEC, Ms. Afshin Tarek, to please come on stage to collect memento and souvenir. I will now request representative from Rastic Technologies to please come on stage to collect memento and souvenir. I will request Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir Syed University of Engineering and Technology, Professor Dr. Waliuddin, to please take his seat. I will request Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, NED University of Engineering and Technology, Professor Dr. Mohammad Tufail, to please come forward and join our Honorable Vice Chancellor in distribution of mementos and souvenirs to the bronze sponsors. I will request Mr. Mohammad Hassan from Watson LEDs to please come on stage to collect memento and souvenir. I will request Mr. Nadeem Idris from KNN Enterprises to please come on stage to collect memento and souvenir. I will request Mr. Abdul Majid from Al Majid International to please come on stage to collect memento and souvenir. I will request Dr. Hira Lodi, if she's here, that she can receive the memento on behalf of Al Majid International. I will request representative from Electrical Engineering Services to please come on stage to collect the memento and souvenir. Dr. Ruhi is requested to please collect the memento and souvenir on behalf of Electrical Engineering Services. No, Dr. Ruhi. I will request representative from Deneb Corporation, Mr. Hamza Haris Beg, to please come on stage to collect memento and souvenir. I will request Mr. Naveed Khurshid from the equipment company to please come on stage to collect memento and souvenir. I will request representative from Instrument Technology Link to please come on stage to collect the memento and souvenir. Dr. Hira is requested to please collect the memento and souvenir on their behalf. This is the end of the award distribution ceremony. I request our honorable guests to please take their seat. Dr. Hafiz Hurani has a few words to share with all of you.
I just wanted to make the comment about the speech or on the speech given by the Honorable Vice Chancellor. I would like to extend him the invitation to visit NCP at a convenient time. And regarding visiting NAD by DG NCP, I just would like to point out कि हमारी जो बेगम साहिबा हैं वो उन्होंने यहाँ से वो 1984-85 के बैच की हैं कंप्यूटर सिस्टम इंजीनियरिंग से। तो NAD तो मेरा ससुराल है, इसके यहाँ NAD तो मैं सर के बल आऊँगा अगर आप बुलाएंगे, क्योंकि आपको पता है मैंने कराची यूनिवर्सिटी से 1980 में मास्टर्स किया है और वन ऑफ द मेमोरीज ऑफ NAD आई हैव कि जब NAD के स्टूडेंट कराची यूनिवर्सिटी के पॉइंट में चढ़ जाते थे तो हम उन्हें उतरने नहीं देते थे और कराची यूनिवर्सिटी तक लेके जाते थे। तो अदर देन दैट बेगम साहिबा जो हैं वो NAD से हैं, तो फिर तो आना जाना वहाँ पे रहा है NAD उस हवाले से। तो अगर सर आप बुलाएंगे तो मैं बड़ी खुशी से आऊँगा, मना नहीं कर सकता आप।
बहुत शुक्रिया हुरानी साहब, मुझे इल्म था कि कराची यूनिवर्सिटी वालों की नजरें NAD पर रहती हैं हमेशा।
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we conclude the inaugural session of the conference. Guests and delegates are requested to please proceed to the Senate Hall for tea and refreshments. We will be beginning the first technical session of the conference in 30 minutes. Thank you very much.